Yokneam Illit, also Yokneam Illit and Jokneam Illit, is a city with over 100 high-tech companies and exports of approximately $5 billion annually. It is located in a hilly region of the Lower Galilee at the base of the Carmel Mountains and overlooks the Jezreel Valley, 21 kilometres from Haifa and 80 kilometres from Tel Aviv. Yokneam is known as Israel's startup village because its high-tech hub is surrounded by forest and small communities. Yokneam Illit was founded in 1950 and became a local authority in 1967, and a city in 2007. The city is located alongside the country's major highways, Highway 70 and Highway 6, with fast, convenient access to central Israel, the north and south. According to the Israel Central Bureau of Statistics, Yokneam Illit had a population of 19,524 residents at the end of 2011, starting in 1989 when a new mayor, Simon Al-Fassi, was elected. The economic structure of Yokneam Illit changed from a centralized dependence on two large factories, to a dispersed base of many small high-tech companies. As the number and size of the companies grew, Yokneam and the small communities around it began to attract young entrepreneurs and developers who were looking for a less urban alternative to the Tel Aviv area. The policy of the municipality is to build low-density, spacious homes to preserve the landscape and views from every home. Although real estate prices are low relative to the Tel Aviv area, its high rate of growth in recent years has pushed prices up faster than in similar-sized cities. Recently, Yokneam has become part of Startup Nation, the high-tech entrepreneurial part of the Israeli economy. Yokneam's proximity to the Technion and University of Haifa, combined with its location just off Highway 6, have helped it become a high-tech center with annual exports of approximately $5 billion. Yokneam currently has the highest concentration of medical research companies in Israel. History. Yokneam appears in the list of 119 conquered cities by Egyptian pharaoh Thutmose III after the victory in the Battle of Megiddo. Yokneam is mentioned in the Hebrew Bible as a city of Levites within the territory of the Israelite tribe of Zebulun. It is located near Megiddo. The Crusaders called Yokneam Cain Mons, or Mountain of Cain, in keeping with the tradition that Cain, son of Adam, was murdered at this site. Yokneam was populated throughout the Persian, Hellenistic, Roman, Byzantine, Arab, Crusaders, Mamluk, and Ottoman periods. Yokneam was the site of a Palestinian Arab village named Kira, depopulated in the lead-up to the 1948 Arab-Israeli War. The Yokneam Moshava was established in 1935. In July 1950, a tent camp was set up to absorb 250 new immigrant families and remain part of Yokneam Moshava until 1967. By the start of 1952, another 400 families were housed in the tent camp. Toward the end of 1951, the first 285 families moved from the tent camp to permanent housing on the hill above the Yokneam Moshava. In 1952, Yokneam was considered unusual in that it had a single school for all regardless of whether they were religious or secular, or from the Moshava of the tent camp. In 1964, Yokneam of 4,300 residents, with 160 of the families living in the Moshava. In 1967, Yokneam was split into two local councils. In the 1980s there were two factories in Yokneam employing 90% of its residents. One collapsed and unemployment soared, creating a challenging situation for residents. In the 1990s, Yokneam absorbed a large wave of immigrants from Ethiopia and the former Soviet Union. During that time, Yokneam's industrial parks became a magnet for high-tech firms. Yokneam Illit was formally declared a city in 2006. In 2009, Yoqneam was linked to Highway 6 and also received recognition as Israel's first green city in the clean tech competition. These two events significantly boosted Yoqneam's attraction as a center for companies involved in medical, clean tech and product development. In 2011, some 16,000 workers entered the industrial parks every day. Of these, only 4,000 were local residents. Demography. On Deck 31, 2014, Yoqneam had a population of 21,100 residents with a population density of 2,576.5. The rate of unemployment is 5%, lower than the national average. The median age in the Yokneam region is 32. 76% of Yokneam Illit residents are 40 years old or under. 80% of high school students in Yokneam graduate with a Bagrut matriculation certificate, one of the highest rates in Israel. 40% of Yokneam's population are college graduates. Integrated social and economic ecosystem. Since the 1950s, when Yokneam Moshava and Yokneam Illit shared a single school, social integration and coexistence has been an integral part of the local culture. The first wave of immigrants to settle in the Ma'abra had major contingents from at least 6 different Jewish communities, all of who were absorbed by the Moshava, which had been settled in 1935 by Jews from Germany and the Netherlands. The next wave of new immigrants came in the 1960s from North Africa, followed by immigrants from the Soviet Union in the 1970s. In the 1990s, Yokneam Illit absorbed large numbers of immigrants from Ethiopia and the former Soviet Union. Starting in the 1990s, the growth of high-tech companies in Yokneam Illit also brought an influx of Israeli-born residents along with an increasing number of immigrants from Western Europe, South Africa, North America and South America. During this period, the economic problems of the kibbutz and moshav movements led many of the young families in the Megiddo Regional Council to move to nearby Yokneam Illit. Yokneam Illit's accelerated demand for daycare and kindergartens led to a shortage of space in local daycare and kindergartens at the same time that there was a shortage of children at some of the kibbutzim. In order to avoid sending the children to other small communities in the area, kibbutz children's houses and kindergartens began accepting children from nearby Yokneam Illit, and in some cases the number of children from Yokneam Illit outnumbered the kibbutz children. This phenomenon later extended to the elementary and secondary schools until the building of new schools in Yokneam Illit was able to catch up with demand. Many of the children from Yokneam Illit and the families remained in the Megiddo school system, while families who moved from the Megiddo communities to Yokneam Illit were educating the children in the Yokneam Illit school system. The family ties and school friendships led to mixed Yokneam Megiddo parents groups in both communities and nearly all sports activities and many other after-school activities being fully integrated. Today, it is extremely rare to find a local team representing only Yokneam Illit or only the Megiddo Regional Council. The Partnership Together program, which partnered Yokneam Illit and the Megiddo Regional Council on the Israeli side, with the Jewish communities of Atlanta, Georgia and St. Louis on the U.S. side, helped institutionalize cooperation between the Yokneam Illit municipality and the Megiddo Regional Council. The impact on joint community leadership not only affected Yokneam Megiddo, but also created an ongoing relationship between the Jewish communities of Atlanta and St. Louis. This cross-pollination has led to an integrated economic ecosystem that helps support the high-tech companies in Yokneam Illit. Examples of this cooperation can be seen in the activities of the Southeast chapter of the U.S.-Israel Chamber of Commerce in Atlanta, and the success of companies like Given Imaging, which which began as a small startup in Yokneam Illit, leveraged its special relationship with the Southeast chapter of the U.S.-Israel Chamber of Commerce when it opened its marketing headquarters in Atlanta, Ga. Economy. Yokneam's proximity to two major universities, location at the crossroads between northern Israel and the major urban areas of Tel Aviv and Jerusalem, tax benefits and investment grants associated with its status as a national priority area, and its small town surroundings and lower cost of housing all work together to attract Israel's highest concentration of R&D companies outside of Tel Aviv and give it the nickname of Startup Village. Under the Israeli law for the encouragement of capital investment, approved enterprises in Yokneam Illit enjoy the highest level of tax benefits and investment grants. In addition, companies relocating to the region can apply for concessions in local taxes over a 3-year period from the Yokneam Illit local authority. Yokneam's industrial parks are home to more than 100 high-tech companies with exports of approximately $5 billion annually. Companies specialize in a wide range of technologies, including semiconductors, biotechnology, pharmaceuticals and medical devices. These include Intel, Panasonic Avionics Corporation, Medtronic, Given Imaging, NioVenture Accelerator, Mellanox Technologies, Marvell Technology Group, Biosense Webster and Luminous. An additional high-tech park, Mevo Carmel Jewish Arab Industrial Park, is already underway that will be a joint venture of Yokneam Illit, Megiddo Regional Council and the Druze villages of Dalit al-Carmel and Isfia. The growth of the high-tech companies in Yokneam has attracted speakers and members of specialized professions, such as technical writers, to come from other parts of Israel to meet and exchange ideas. In addition to technology-based industry, Yokneam has a number of production facilities, including OSAM, which established a plant in Yokneam in 1974, and a boutique winery, Morad Winery, known for its special wines made from pomegranates, passion fruit, red grapefruit, coffee, coconuts, carob and many other fruits. Initially, the plant produced mainly pasta products, but the scope of activities broadened over the years. In 1997, the facility doubled in size and 3 production lines were installed for baked goods such as crackers, biscuits, cookies and pretzels. Bamba, a popular Israeli snack food, is also produced in Yokneam. Many Yokneam residents are employed at the plant, which won awards from the Council for a Beautiful Israel for its attractive premises. Companies with a significant R&D presence, over 100 high-technology companies are headquartered in Yokneam and have R&D facilities there. These include startup exits. Major startup exits include BTG's recent $110 million acquisition of Galilee Medical, Amazon's acquisition of Annapurna Labs for a reported $350-375 million, and Mellanox Technologies' acquisition of Visa Chip Semiconductor for a reported $811 million. Covidion's 2014 acquisition of Given Imaging for a reported $860 million. Intel's acquisition of O+ Technologies Inc. in 2005 for nearly $50 million, and Marvell's acquisition of Galileo Technology Limited for $2.7 billion in stock in 2000. In addition to these exits, Luminous recently merged with an affiliate of China's XIO Group for a reported $510 million. Technology incubators. As the number of high-tech companies in Yokneam grow, technology incubators have begun opening in and moving to Yokneam, each specializing in different types of technology. Apotal specializes in pharma, Alon MedTech ventures in medical devices, Explore Dream Discover in internet, cellular and AMP, new media, and TerraLab ventures in a variety of new technologies. parks and recreation. Yoqneam is a very green city, not just in terms of ecological activism, but also in terms of its physical surroundings. Roughly two-thirds of the land within Yoqneam's city limits are green space. It has 5 major public parks, an outdoor amphitheater and over 80 playgrounds distributed throughout the city. Tel Aviv.Yokneam, which includes the ruins of a Crusader church and its intricate water system, is used as an educational site where Yoqneam's school children perform restoration work under the direction of the Antiquities Authority and the National Parks Authority. Nearly 13 kilometers of bicycle paths connect all of the parks and public spaces. The city is also surrounded by the Ramon Menashe Biosphere Reserve of the Megiddo Regional Council, which is currently in the process of becoming recognized by UNESCO as a Biosphere Reserve. Each year thousands of Israelis participate in Yoqneam's annual walking event, which began in 1991. In 2013 there were 35,000 participants. The event takes place in the spring, with a short route of 6 kilometers and a longer route of 11 kilometers through the hills and valleys that surround Yoqneam. The 2014 walking event is scheduled for April 17, 2014. Transportation. Yoqneam sits at the intersections of Highway 70 and Highway 6, which connect all of Israel with both Tel Aviv and Jerusalem. One of the main stations of the new railway line, scheduled to open in 2016, for the Jordanian border to the port of Haifa, is located only 5 minutes from the Yoqneam's high-tech parks. Yoqneam is 20 to 25 minutes from Haifa Airport and 12 minutes from the Ramat David Air Base, which is reported to be the most likely location for a new international airport to complement Ben Gurion Airport. The bus service in Yoqneam is provided by 3 bus companies. Superbus provides the local service in Yoqneam and intercity service to Haifa and Afula. Superbus also runs night lines to Haifa, Kiryat Tivon and Ramat Ishai. All bus stops are handicapped accessible. Egda Native Express provide express intercity services to Tel Aviv, Bnei Brak and Jerusalem, as well as service with stops along the way. There is a taxi stand at the shopping mall at the eastern entrance to Yokneam Illit. The Yokneam Illit municipality encourages the use of bicycles in the city. It currently has 13 kilometers of bicycle paths that connect all of its public parks and buildings. Education. Yoqneam allocates 42% of its budget to education, with 75% of its students passing the national matriculation exams and a dropout rate of only 0.8%. Yokneam Illit was awarded the National Education Prize and the Regional Education Prize several times in recent years. Preschool from age 3 has been free in Yokneam Illit for 20 years. The municipality of Yokneam has developed a special relationship with the Jewish communities of Atlanta, Georgia and St. Louis, Mo, whereby all 3 communities work together to create programs for bridging the gaps between communities and cultures, and to provide all students with equal opportunities. The Environmental Protection Ministry awarded a number of Yokneam's kindergartens and elementary schools the Green Label because of the way they integrated study of the environment into the local curriculum. In grades 3 through 6, elementary school students spend a full week during of school at the city's Science Museum. The IDF head of Manpower Planning recently awarded the city a Special Excellence Prize for achieving an 87% level of enlistment in the IDF and the 8th highest level of recruitment to elite units and officers corps. courses in all of Israel. Construction of a breakthrough educational campus is nearly complete, with an educational infrastructure for study from kindergarten to high school that will eliminate the transitions that affect students' lives. The campus will have sports halls, daycare centers, kindergartens, elementary and high schools, and academic courses prior to IDF enlistment. In addition to Yokneam's proximity to Technion University of Haifa and Oren Ima Academic College, Yokneam has a branch of the Open University for bachelor's and master's degrees. The municipality is currently trying to expand on this by working with major universities to open branches in Yokneam. Culture. Residents of Yokneam Illit are avid theater-goers, and there are two local theaters, Yokneam City Theatre and Tarbutha. Israel's best-known theater groups come to perform at the Yokneam City Theatre. Operates 6 days a week. The subscription series with 8 different performances a year from Israel's best-known theater companies has grown from 1 day of the week to 5, in order to accommodate a total audience of over 2,000, or 10% of its population. The theater also runs 2 subscription series for children with a total of 600 subscribers, one for ages 3 to 6 and the other for ages 6 to 10. A separate Fringe series has 200 subscribers for one-man of small theater companies and non-traditional theater performances. Low-cost and subsidized performances that are outside of the subscription series include performances in Yiddish by the Yiddish Shield Company, events for the Ethiopian community, children's concerts, and animation theater. The Jewish Federation subsidizes children's theater subscriptions for members of the Ethiopian community to bring the cost of a child accompanied by one parent down to 100 Israeli new shekels for the entire series. The local Artists Guild makes use of the theater to display artwork from a local and outside artists. A second theater house, Tarbutha, seats 200. The Family Empowerment Center also runs a drama therapy group for Ethiopian women that performs in Hebrew and Amharic. During the summer months, musicians from all over Israel perform in the open-air amphitheater. There are also many dance performances held at Kibbutz Ein HaShofet, just outside Yokneam. One of Israel's largest movie houses, Yes Planet, is only 15 minutes away. Yokneam Illit does not have any bars or pubs. Young people looking for more than wine or beer at a restaurant or coffee shop go to nearby Ramat Ishai. Religion. Yokneam is known for its religious tolerance, with many extended families consisting of a mixture of secular and religious Jews. Despite its small size, Yokneam Illit is an ethnically diverse city, with immigrants from all parts of the world and their descendants and many active synagogues, each with its own special character. Sports. Yokneam has 2 indoor basketball courts, a tennis association, a new country club including an indoor and outdoor swimming pool, an additional community swimming pool, and a soccer field, which is run by the Hapoel Sports Association and is very active with the school-aged children. Local teams compete in league for basketball, soccer, baseball, water polo on YouTube, and bicycle racing. The indoor basketball court at Hapoel seats 500. The outdoor soccer field seats 200. The Yokneam Megiddo region has 2 baseball teams that represent the sister cities. These teams have participated in many tournaments: Junior Maccabi Games, European tournaments and the Israeli Junior Olympics, where they received the bronze medal. One of the local kibbutz has donated the land necessary to build a new baseball-softball stadium in conjunction with the Israel Softball Association and the Jewish National Fund. The Israel Softball Association is helping to start a special education program for the families in the area. In 2012-2013, Yokneam had a player make the junior national team which traveled to Denmark that summer. Starting in 2012, 12 youngsters from Galilee Al Carmel began taking part in a weekly coexistence program at the Israel Tennis Center as part of a tennis school, financed by the Freddie Krivine Foundation. Israel's first green city. In 2009, the Clean Tech Authority of the Environmental Protection Ministry awarded the city of Yokneam Illit a prize for its overall strategy of protecting and nurturing green spaces and encouraging environmental awareness and education. It was again awarded the Green City Prize in 2014, where the parameters measured included energy efficiency, reduction of greenhouse gas emissions, recycling and waste separation, water and sewage, environment-friendly green construction, public gardens, environmental education, beauty of the city, environment-friendly green commerce and industry, care of urban public grounds and nature, and urban management. The city has its own Environmental Protection Committee responsible for defining and implementing an overall strategy for improving the quality of life and protecting the environment. The strategy emphasizes planned development, environmental management, educational programs for environmental protection, urban sanitation, cause and effect management, and conservation of energy and water. It actively promotes walking and use of bicycles for transportation, and all bus stops are handicapped accessible. Yokneam Illit's 500 dunams of public parks and its 50 square meters person of open urban space is 5 times the minimum recommendation for urban planning. In addition to the annual Yokneam Walk, which attracts thousands of participants, the works closely with the Israel National Fund to further promote nature preservation. Yokneam Illit is one of 31 municipalities that separates garbage at the source, as well as having waste separation centers distributed throughout the city. The drainage systems work well and stockpile water for reuse in city parks and gardens. The city also uses a computerized irrigation system to save water and achieve optimal results. Sewage is treated at the water treatment plants that are located in nearby Kiryat. As part of Yokneam's commitment to adopting green energy, it will soon be one of the first 2 cities in northern Israel where electric buses will operate. The municipality invests both time and money to maintain the natural beauty of its green spaces. Its building codes have become stricter and greener as the demand for housing has increased. A green neighborhood is currently under construction, which includes environment-friendly lighting, irrigation and waste management. At the same time, the municipality has actively worked to make the older neighborhoods more attractive. The city runs environmental leadership workshops. Jewish immigrants from Ethiopia run a program to teach and preserve traditional farming methods. The education system is defined as green, with environmental studies built into the curriculum. Municipal budget and fiscal management. Yokneam municipality's policies stress savings and proper management. Over the years, it has won financial prizes for proper management, which have been invested in city employees and local improvement. The municipality has privatized a range of services including gardening, garbage collection, and rates collection, resulting in substantial savings for reinvestment. The city's annual budget of $112 million is balanced and is collected from 95% of residents and 97% of businesses and industrial enterprises. The municipal budget for 2014 is $135,889,000. Media. There is one radio station, Radio Kolrega 96.fm, and 5 local newspapers that regularly cover news about Yokneam Illit. Zay Yesh, Kol Yokneam, Kochav Yezreel, Hai Ratsui Vematsui. Index Hadashot. Climate. Yokneam averages 650 mm due to its proximity to Mount Carmel. The temperatures are the same as the other communities in the Jezreel Valley. In winter, minimum temperatures typically range from 1 to 7 degrees Celsius. Temperatures can dip below 0 degrees Celsius when cold winds come from the north with clear skies. Morning fog is common in Yokneam and throughout the Jezreel Valley. Summers in Yokneam are hot and dry, with maximum temperatures reaching 32 to 39 degrees Celsius. Since the introduction of weather station, the hottest recorded temperature was 40.3 degrees Celsius that was measured on August 7, 2010, and the lowest recorded temperature was 0.3 degrees Celsius on December 15, 2013. Up to 50 centimeters of snow fell in Yokneam Illit in 1950, 1992, 1999 and 2000. Record rainfall in recent years: 2009-2010 552.9 millimeters, 2010-2011 486.9 millimeters, 2011-2012 575.8 millimeters, 2012-2013 668.1 millimeters. Twin towns, sister cities. Yokneam Illit is twinned with